Welcome into the Eric Zane Show Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. I look like I'm part of the Detroit Red Wings street team, showing up to various, promotional events, giving out Red Wings tickets to fans for showing their Red Wings colors or something like that. With this bright red hoodie that just pops like you wouldn't believe. And the bright red Red Wings hat with white stripes. This is the cornerstone of my wardrobe. Hoodies. Tyler writes, "Good morning, high school sports enthusiasts." That is a nod to yesterday's hard-hitting radio show where I was relegated to sit in another room. I couldn't even be in the same room. I was not allowed to be in the studio for fear of something. The concern is, huge Bill Simonson is afraid that when the two of us are together, something sideways will occur that could offend the guest. The 3-hour show started with 2-ish hours of high school sports talk. Why? Long story. We don't need to get into the details of why. But all you need to know is that when I went in there, Billy said, "All right, I'm going to have you in the other room there." I felt like I was about 11 years old. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, we're going to be talking high school sports. And he didn't come out and say it, but I'm like, it's fine. I get it. Now, I love being on the radio, and Bill and I, it's great fun. I really, really laugh and have fun. And I make this man so uncomfortable. Unbelievably uncomfortable. So after they got done talking about the county middle school pickleball playoffs and other hard-hitting stuff like that, it was time for me to talk. I had an hour. Tyler writes, "Here's the Snickers bar. Go sit in that room and don't touch the computer. If you behave, I'll buy you a Happy Meal when I'm done." It's about how it went. This building, by the way, 77 Monroe Center, is old. And I have several times wandered away to parts unknown in the building, getting lost. Like trying to see if doors are locked or unlocked, see if I can snoop around somewhere in the basement, in the bowels of this building. Place where like Freddy Krueger would murder kids. It's incredible. They call that, wasn't that like urban exploring or something like that? I think those are in like abandoned buildings though, but the building super leaves at 5. So that gives me free reign to just explore the basement and get lost in the catacombs of this mini high-rise. Not a high-rise. It's like, 12 stories. So I wander back in there at 5 p.m. And it gets sideways, and I make him uncomfortable, which is hilarious. It actually, I don't like saying we did something funny, but I know it's funny. I know it's hilarious. He starts asking me about the pets. He goes, "How many pets you have, Zane?" I go, 6, 4 dogs, 2 cats, and a brother-in-law. And so that, as soon as we open up brother-in-law talk, you know it's going to go sideways because I start like dealing him in on what makes that scenario tick, including the talk of the temporal lobe lobotomy that took place on the man. And he's like, oh, well, you didn't tell me he's got brain damage. You can't go dogging him. I go, I'm not dogging him. I'm just, it got to be ridiculous. Now, the audio from these shows has not yet been posted. I'm going to try to do that today on the Huge Show podcast platform, and I'll direct you so you can hear this nonsense. It's ridiculous. Great fun. I really enjoyed myself. When I was talking to Bill, he has like a group of people that like own what he does. Okay, he's on a network, and there's people that are beyond my pay grade, suits and stuff like that. See, Bill was a very big supporter of me. He's always been very supportive of me for 7 years, and when the word came down some time ago, I mean, months ago or whatever, years ago, when he would bring me on from time to time, he would hear from those bigwig decision makers who would say to him, why are you bringing him on? and he tells me these things. I don't know why he tells me these things. You think I would go, oh, no, but I find it very funny because people have this impression that when I show up, things get bad. And it's kind of hard to argue with that. I can see where that logic would come, that thought process. Oh, no, don't do it. All right. But ended up making him unbelievably uncomfortable yesterday. And I said, hey, I'm going to post those podcasts. He goes, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because, you got to make the audio listenable. And, there's some hoops you got to jump through. It's on the podcast and posting it to the site. And it's very complex. And I'm going, no. Oh, okay. And in the back of my mind, I'm saying, do you realize that for the last 4 years, every day, I have done everything you just said? And it's to a point where I'm so effective and efficient at it, it's like as easy as snapping my fingers or taking a dump. There's no person that's more qualified to post a podcast than me. Are you kidding me? But I just go, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, I get you. Yeah, just save it for Brett. Just have Brett do it. There's lots of big-time technical stuff that has to happen. What do you think I am? I've been doing this longer than you have. And you're like 75 years old. Holy fuck. So anyway, he says to me, it's okay, we're going to bring in, we're going to talk high school sports. You're going to be in the locked up in the room there like Harry Potter underneath the fucking stairs. And then the guy left a little early. Quote from Tyler, doing words of Huge. The only person who could handle this complexity would be someone who podcasts for a living. If only I knew someone like that. The guy leaves. It's now 5 p.m. Okay, you can come on back in. We can talk. And I go, oh, thank God the show's going to get interesting. In fact, I was smarting off on Facebook about that. Because right at 5, when it was done talking about the new rules in the upcoming high school sports schedule or whatever the hell, I posted a picture of Bill and I. It says, high school sports talk complete. On with Huge now. Knowing full well that was going to piss him off. It wasn't a little bit longer after that that Billy got invited. Stick it, Zane. Web clicks for listeners in hour 2 today were 5 times the clicks compared to you in studio in hour 3. Chris, who's enjoying this right now, says, so a total of 6 clicks combined. Tim writes, yeah, Bill, that's the only reason why is because we were refreshing the site waiting for Eric's witty humor to come back. Bill writes, all 3 local TV stations and every TV outlet outside of Detroit cover high school sports every night. And you've been on TV once in the last year, giving away expired Amish hams to your listeners who can't afford a meal. I know what I'm doing. Thank the Lord. There are only 2 days left. Well, technically, only 1 day. Because today, I'm going to be on the air with Bill and Jeff Risdon, who writes, he's a blogger for the Detroit Lions and USA Today. Great guy. Hang on, I got to drink this. And then he goes, but Friday, you got to be in the room again. What? Well, we're having a Michigan Insider. So what? Oh, we can't have you in there with a Michigan Insider. It's serious business. You can't be screwing around. You got to be in the room with your Snickers bar. If you behave, I'll get you a Happy Meal. You do your thing. I wonder if he's awake. He's like, okay, if you want to reach me on your show, you got to give me 2 days notice, written in 3 different sources: email, text, carrier pigeon.
Yo, what's up?
Wakey, wakey.
What are you doing?
I was just reading your crack about the Amish hams. That was great. Everybody loved it. I've gotten immediate feedback on the live chat saying, "Oh my God, the Amish hams line was great."
You know, dude, man, I will say you and your audience aren't right. That's it. I'll just be honest.
This all started when the guy said, how come you weren't on the first 2 hours? And all I said was, Bill was talking the hot high school sports topics.
No, and then all of a sudden, when you do take that photo before the final hour yesterday, you go, enough of high school sports is over. I know you. Everything you do is antagonistic. I'm not lying. Everything you say and do is a direct, either open or subliminal shot at somebody. It is.
I cannot argue. I cannot argue that.
No. It's been a great week. It's been fun, man. And, I appreciate your audience listening, and I hope they enjoyed the expired Amish hams.
Oh, they love that. They love that. That was fun. I've had nothing but good times. I always love being on your show. We have a ball. Oh, my God.
The thing is that I thought about this like after the show yesterday when I was driving home, that there's some tension, laughs, everything. It's kind of like being around people that, it doesn't keep you up at night. It doesn't bother you. It's just like, I enjoy it. And I think, like, from Jeff Striegel from Berlin Raceway, even Mark Ewell, Knuble this week, the Griffins assistant coach and the hockey legend, is that I think people walk in really unsure.
Yes.
they seemed all three have seemed nervous at the start.
Right.
When they first walked in.
Right. Now, I was just explaining to the audience that today is going to be fantastic with Jeff Risdon, West Michigan native and writer for USA Today, Lions blogger. You know, that's awesome. So who knows where that's going to go. But tomorrow I have to sit in the corner again because...
Well, you know, and it's not like you have the lights off in Superfly's producer studio behind the glass.
Right.
You're sitting there with your damn, ski cap on, and you do look like someone who's been punished or being held hostage in the other room. And then I loved one of your listeners' comments that photo when I was pointing looked like me telling you, get the hell out of the studio.
Go stand in the corner.
Then once in a while you look at me, and then I start to think it's like your dog's on your couch during your podcast that are like, are you going to pay any attention to us?
Exactly. And there was a couple moments from 5 to 6 when if you suddenly hear silence from Bill, it's because he's laughing. It's usually he's somewhat uncomfortable because I started talking to him about my brother-in-law and
oh my God.
And that was a curveball because you had no idea.
Well, no, I didn't know your brother-in-law even existed until yesterday. I didn't know. Then he's living with you, and then you declared him the seventh in your animal ratings for the Zane household. You declared him seventh as an animal. Yeah. And then I think it's just a brother-in-law, mooching a room for a month or two, and then you start going into his, lobotomy and all this stuff. And then I'm saying, is he jacking with me? And
I know you're not sure.
I'm like, I do want to apologize to people with anybody who's had a lobotomy or mental health issues.
Oh my God, it was classic.
Oh my God, no! Then you brought up me as epilepsy, which is even worse.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I was waiting for you to go, well, Bill, he has 2 hours to live.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
I mean, because you kept going things like, I thought it was a mooching brother. You called him an animal. He's probably a pigsty in the room. You wanted him out, but he's related. He's your wife is allowing him to stay. You can't stand it. You'd rather have your 3 one-eyed cats and 1 foot, a parakeet, whatever you have.
Oh, my God.
And then you go through the list. You go through the checklist that he had a lobotomy. He has epilepsy. And oh, my God.
Yeah, it kept getting worse and worse. I sometimes forget. I sometimes forget the about sensitivity issues. You see, I don't really have to worry about that. So when I get into a setting where radio with mixed ears, you just don't know who's listening, I sometimes lose track of that. But
and I didn't want to I'm like, all of a sudden I really don't care what you're saying. I'm like, hey, I didn't know he had a lobotomy. I support Epilepsy Foundation. I'm like, oh my God. I just thought he was a mooch brother-in-law living at your camp.
No, he kind of is, but he can't help it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I know. I got all the checklist of why he can't help it now, and I don't want to revisit it. Oh,
Jesus. Well, today at 3 p.m. we start again, and
96.1 in Grand Rapids. They can listen at thehugeshow.net or on the iHeart app. Just search The Huge Show to listen live for those tuning in across the country. And Risdon will be in studio the entire time. He'll be with us. We'll talk Lions, AFC, NFC Championship game this weekend, and the Lions offseason.
And who knows what else?
No, man. I get you like to walk out on the tightrope across the Grand Canyon, but let's just.
Well, there's like particular things that you do. Sometimes if you say something, I always try to point it out. Like the other day, you were talking about the event at Berlin, and you referred to it as a mega event. But what I heard was MAGA, and I go, "It's a MAGA event. What are you talking about?" And so,
hey, man, I'm not Biden at a press conference.
Yeah,
I was saying It's a big event,
And,
right?
yeah, I know, but then it gets you flustered, which is hilarious. And then you mentioned about
It's not flustered. I just want to backhand you.
I know it's whatever it is. It's funny. Keep doing it, because then you were talking about giving the tickets away for Monster Jam. You said we're going to mail them, and I said no, we're not. We're going to email them. And then I said mail them.
And then I think the one you caught that I don't think Striegel caught it. I think it was Striegel or Knuble, I forget. The week has gone by fast, which has been good. Is that it was things like I can't get a do-over. I'm not going to do them. I won't parachute. I won't bungee jump.
Right.
I've been offered to be in media to go with Thunderbirds or Blue Angels right along a bull crap. I'm not doing it. And then I said I'm too big. I couldn't reach the erection seat.
Oh, that's right. That was it. Yes.
And then I quickly went ejection, and you go, what'd you say?
Wait, the what?
You went like all of a sudden you perk up like you got a dog treat for your dogs behind you on your podcast, and you go, what'd you say? I go, ejection seat.
I knew we had you.
Oh, hey, my God.
Do you I want to get your take on morning radio in Grand Rapids. Can I name a couple shows and you can maybe tell me your thoughts?
Go ahead.
What are your thoughts on the world famous Free Beer Show?
I just think with the cast of characters they have now, it's not what it used to be. But a lot of people. A lot of people don't like my show. It's how it works. I'll be honest. I listened when you were on because I really enjoyed how you're an antagonist. And it's kind of like how I am to a point, publicly and privately. And I enjoyed when you were on. I think the changes in it, I have no interest to listen, but people do, and that's their choice.
Absolutely, it still does very, very well. What they just made changes on legendary radio station WLAV.
Greg Henson was a guy that when he was doing sports radio, ironically, in the same slot I'm in 96.1 in Grand Rapids, he with his Twitter, he rips you. He's one of these dudes that, he's a tough guy on Twitter, and he's with Michelle McCormick, who actually just got back from U.S. Army Sniper School to complete her 15th go around on that.
What?
And
what the hell are you talking about?
She's a sniper, man. Let's be honest.
You mean she can like with a joke?
No, they're bad. You know what? The people that are too nice to you face to face are usually the worst snipers.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Tony Gates is out.
You've talked about him when Michelle and Tony, you brought it up on your podcast.
That did happen.
Yeah, and you heard them talking about you.
Yeah. As that was something that happened when I picked him up on the microphone.
Why are you stammering right now? Is there a non-disclosure?
No. I was just gonna say that I had talked about that on this show when just before I got fired, I hit a button in my studio and I could hear inside of their studio, and they were like, "Yeah, I can't believe he's getting fired." Or something like that. I heard
when I was gone, and then I think you brought it to me that they were saying, "Yeah, good riddance to Bill too."
Oh, they wanted to kick your ass.
They said after you, they said, "I can't wait for Bill to go." Or something.
Oh yeah, they wanted to beat your ass, and then you stayed in the building for like a year and a half.
Yeah, because during COVID we could come in because I was working for Michigan Sports Network, so I wasn't part of Cumulus, and we could come in, where employees couldn't during that ravaging.
Right.
Pandemic, and we couldn't. If you were an employee, you couldn't come in, and we could. So it's weird during the switch over from. Well, your success in your podcast, like I told you yesterday, has been just amazing. And then when I joined the Michigan Sports Network and Marty Boer, the last 4 years have been, to be honest, some of the funnest years I've had in radio. If there ever is a day that radio dries up and you have closed the book on it. Oh, me and you are going to do the greatest podcast ever.
It's a tailor-made show.
I tell people, I saw some of the comments on when I was talking about the expired Amish hams.
Right.
That, I can't do the pod because I see a microphone. I like to, especially in a podcast with no rules, no FCC, none of that.
No.
It wouldn't be a good balance with my daily statewide show.
And that's smart. That's smart because, in this setting, we're going to say something that's going to catch people, and it's going to get to the ears that you don't want to hear.
No, you can't. What you've done, even with yours, though, I'll say this, Eric. Sometimes you get a podcast, and it's like you're in Vegas for the first time, and you go crazy.
Exactly.
And then you realize you got to not hold back, be honest with your audience, entertain, do all that. But you realize every day you just can't come on like some psycho.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. That is absolutely true. You got to find a happy spot. And it definitely would come back around.
Yeah, but where I told you yesterday, what I really like about you've ripped the heck out of Trump and you've ripped the heck out of Biden.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it goes around.
All right, now, so you got a big day planned. I'll see you in a little while. Won't be long. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. Everybody needs to check it out.
Yeah, 96.1 The Game in Grand Rapids, thehugeshow.net, the free stream at 3. And then if you have the iHeart app, just search The Huge Show, and you can listen live. The podcast, I know we've had a few people with Superfly, the former Lurch at Free Beer, with him off this week. The podcast will be put up Monday next week, and people can catch up, okay?
Okay.
All right, love you, Eric.
Love you too, man.
See you later. Bye.
If only you had some skills in posting podcasts, Zane, we'd be able to get those up. But it's not like, you have 2,000 podcasts posted to both your free platform and Patreon in the last 4 years. If you did, you might have some knowledge about how to post a podcast. Michigan, your opinions are next. Whatever. Daisy's snoring like a damn machine. Snoring like a machine doesn't make any sense. She's snoring like a bulldog. All right. Today, 7 p.m., the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. This is my day. This, of course. Take care of boring stuff when this is done. Patreon. Do my Patreon. Leave. Huge show. That ends at 6. I'm out at 6:01. Back here for a 7 p.m. start on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. How about that? Busy. Cheap and sleazy. That doesn't rhyme. Busy, wet and jizzy. Tyler says, I was hoping to hear a call 866-838 huge. You know what's interesting about radio these days? You don't hear people calling in anymore. All people want to do is text. It's interesting to me. Either that or they just don't feel like it. I don't know. All right. This morning was jacked because I woke up, let the dogs out. Now, this hasn't happened in months, and this is especially common every morning where the dogs, all they want to do is eat. So they very quickly go potty, and then they're all back at the door within seconds. Bruce does not run away on us in the morning at all, ever. Now, rest of the day, I have to take him out on a leash because he will take off, and you just don't want that. But I cannot remember the last time when I had to traipse around the neighborhood looking for a dog. I was reminded of that today. We've got about 3 inches of snow on the ground. The dog was out there. It's like I let them out. I went to the boys' room. The door of the bathroom is open. I can see outside. Within seconds, mid-pee, I've got 3 dogs at the door wanting in. I have 4 dogs. So I open the door. Daisy, Bruce, Benny come in like, feed us, feed us, feed us. And I'm like, O'Neill. Baby's like behind the trees back there. And I'm like, it's very quiet. I don't, something's up. Right away, I'm like, So I'm scanning, looking. By the way, one of these assholes just farted, and it's really filling my brain, and I don't like it. My God. It's been a while since this has been terrible like this. So then I'm like, I don't think he's out here. I get put some food in one of the metal bowls, put another metal bowl on top of it so I can rattle and shake, make the noise of, hey, it's time to eat, asshole, wherever you are. I go in the backyard, I shake the hell out of it, nothing. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's pitch black out. Snow on the ground. I'm wearing my fucking slippers. Go to the front of the house. I go through the garage, out the service door, and I'm now in the front yard. And I look on the snow. There's tracks, and they're going like 10 directions. He's got the zoomies. I start following them, and it goes into my neighbor's yard. And I'm quite literally in the middle of his backyard. And they're inside. I know they can hear me, and I'm shaking the food bowls. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Anil! I'm like, oh, this is fucking terrible. So I kind of went to the middle of the yard, stood there for like 10 seconds, looked, listened, nothing. Walked back the way I came, shaking the damn thing more and more, waking up the entire neighborhood. Get up! Time to go to work, everybody! Come on! Asshole in the front yard looking for his dogs! Go into the house. There he is, at the back door. Like, you asshole. And then I look, and I can see that he was gone, because the way he returned was from an area of the yard, was down like the retaining wall. He was wandering around somewhere, and he can very easily jump up out of the retaining wall. He's got some good hops. And so I'm like, what the fuck, O'Neill? How the fuck does that happen? I let you up for 5 seconds, and you just take off like a bat out of hell. I don't know what happened there. Oh, my God. I was freaked out. But he's back. Thank the Lord. My friends, if you're enjoying the show on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, it is time to say goodbye. If you want the rest of this show, and for future shows you don't want it to be interrupted like this, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Follow the page, subscribe to the page, then you get the whole show with no commercial interruption. You can link up your Amazon Prime account with that, and you have to do it each and every month manually, and you are then subscribed. That's the best thing you can possibly do to help me. I actually earn income from that, and I appreciate it. But if you don't have Amazon Prime, you can always throw $5 or $6 at it and do it that way, or do nothing at all. It is up to you. If you're okay with sitting through a commercial here and there, that pays for the platform for me to use it. But that's how it works. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. If you ever want to say hello, send me an email on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. And as always, download the audio podcast. Subscribe to my show on any one of about 1 million platforms. Spotify, Twitchers, Swatchers, Twatter, whatever. Apple Podcasts, CastBox, iHeartRadio. I'm on that too. Or iHeartMedia, whatever it is these days. I don't even know. But yeah, download the audio podcast whenever you get a minute, and you can listen to the show on demand. When you subscribe or when you follow on Twitch too, you can also watch old shows if that's what you like. Some people like watching it. That's fine too. Whatever. I don't care. Either way, getting the show in one or more than one form is very, very helpful. And I cannot forget Patreon. That is for the person who just can't get enough Eric Zane Show Podcast. If you enjoy the free podcast where I throw it out there for a couple hours a day, Monday through Friday, powered by the financial support of sponsors, then sign up for my Patreon, where I've got hours and hours of content each week for you to listen to. $5 a month for the audio, new audio, and the archive. $10 a month gets you that and the video and the live streams. And you can participate on the live Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. That's Patreon. Pat, REON.com/Eric Zane. Ad-free, listener-supported Patreon. Try it for 1 month. If I let you down, cancel it. You're out $5 or out $10. No big deal. If you like it, convert it to a yearly, and I will knock 10% off of the cost. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Programming note. Typically on a Thursday, like today, Ben and I will sit down at like 6 p.m. and record Who Are These Zanes? I won't be here till 6:30. That doesn't give us enough time to record Who Are These Zanes? So, and you think, well, just do it tomorrow. Can't do it tomorrow either. I am scheduled to work as burger chef extraordinaire Eric Zane at Bosco's on Friday. So it's expected to be busy there on Friday. So if you're going there, you might have to wait a little bit, but I will be in the house by 6:30 putting on the apron Friday. All right. Plan accordingly. So what I'm getting at is we will I'll have it next week for you. I will take a week off from Who Are These Zanes? I have to. Because on the weekend, Saturday, I am driving across the state to go visit my mother's, God rest her soul, husband, my stepfather, Wally. I haven't seen Wally in quite some time. Remember Wally? Him and my mom got married about 1991, I believe. And he is doing fine. He's blind to some degree. One eye is completely dark. The other one, he still gets a little light in there. You can see somewhat. But we're going to pack up the hee-haw wagon here and go see Wally. All right, I'm kicking you all out that are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Twitch and Facebook. Brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Follow me on Twitter at Eric Zane Show. Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. I post a lot on those every day. YouTube as well. Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Bell notification. All these things cost you nothing, and they help me. If you are subscribed to the audio podcast, please throw a review at me if you can, depending on your platform. Not all platforms allow you to leave a review, but they do. I just like the feedback. All right. There's discussion in the chat about the BJ burger. I don't know why they call it a BJ burger. What I love about Bosco's hamburgers, none of them have ketchup and mustard unless you ask for it. It's the sauce that goes on each burger. Could be the olive aioli. Could be the spicy sauce. Could be the Bosco sauce. Could be the BJ Burger sauce. All of those are made there. They've created their own concoctions for those burger toppings. Absolutely incredible. The only thing not homemade, as I talked about, the A1 sauce for the steak burger. All right. Tyler says I might have to make a trip out there to try a Zane burger. Without a doubt. In fact, if for some reason they're not busy tomorrow, and they will be, I'll text you directly. Say, I'm not going to be out there. Ryan says, damn, the ugly goatee douchebag guy scrolling in the sponsors is really pissing me off. That might be the douchiest picture I've ever seen. It was sent to me by radio voice Linda, and she said, God, does he have the ability to take a picture where he doesn't look like a douchebag? No. That's because he is. Such a douche. Holy shit. All right. Something happened last night in a college basketball game. Couple small schools. Loyola Chicago taking on Duquesne. Some of you may have seen this. It's ridiculous and awesome. Audio check, video check. I'm just going to play it for you at first, and then we'll go back and cover all of this.
We'll let it go into the bench, and Loyola would take over 10 minutes before we get a stoppage.
Okay, now the announcers aren't sure. The announcers aren't sure what happened. Players are like, wait, what happened? The refs blew the whistle and stopped the game. And it's going to clear up. It's a little fuzzy right now, but it'll clear up.
We'll let it go into the bench, and Loyola would take over 10 minutes before we get a stoppage.
It does it. I don't know.
Timeout. Somebody came on the floor.
Okay, now back up here. All right, this is killing me. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Hang on, let me refresh this thing. God. There's nothing worse when this happens.
We'll let it go into the bench, and Loyola would take over 10 minutes before we get a stoppage. And we've got an official's timeout.
Okay, now look in the lower right-hand corner.
Somebody.
Okay, see this guy in the yellow, and the official is leading this guy off, guy in the yellow with the bag here. This factors in.
Came on the floor on the far side. Somebody came on the floor on the far side. Looking for an Uber Eats delivery or something there. Is carrying some McDonald's.
Okay, now he's not joking.
Oh, this has to be one of the all-time greats.
I'm actually not kidding.
This is the truth.
I think that's what's happening.
This guy's in the corner. Looked like was he going to deliver the McDonald's to somebody on the court? Can we rule that out?
I think that's an Uber Eats sticker. Is that what that is? I'm trying to get confirmation. Uber Eats, yes.
Maybe I'll put my hand up. I'm getting a little hungry. You can bring it over here.
So we saw this.
All right, they're going to go to the replay.
Stoppage. The man was Usher. Let's see if we can see this. No, this is going to be the turnover in the
corner. There he is, right there in the corner. Yay.
So this guy is actually, who's he delivering it to?
The ref. The ref said later. Give it to me later, not now.
Philip Alston's done a lot. I didn't think he needed a Big Mac for sustenance in the middle of the game.
I know, but I'm not. Well, the official out there, Tim, he distanced him like, I didn't say now. Later. That's got to be unbelievable. That's got to be something that the highlight shows are going to.
These guys are dumbfounded. The fact that the one guy says, who's it for? And the other guy goes, the ref. That was so excellent. That was a great joke. I love that.
No, this is going to be over in the
There he is, right there in the corner.
Look at this dude. He's looking around trying to find who it goes to. He's oblivious.
Yay.
Look
Look how close he is to the guy.
Who's he delivering it to?
The ref. The ref said later. Give it to me later, not now.
Philip Alston's done a lot. I didn't think he needed a Big Mac for sustenance in the middle of the game.
I know, but I'm not. Well, the official out there, Tim, he distanced him like I didn't.
Oh, my God. That is spectacular. I don't even know where to begin here. I want to believe that this is not a prank. But, I mean, I can't explain it. I mean, that makes a hell of a lot more sense than this Uber Eats guy being oblivious to, the guy trying to find the open man for a backdoor stuff. Wow. Tyler says, quote, the order said deliver at half court to the guy in the black and white striped shirt. Who is he delivering it to? The ref? He says, not now. Not now. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. So, I don't know. And then maybe it was a prank by if it was, it would be set up. It's brilliant. It's great. I love that sort of thing because then the world hears about it. We used to do that on the radio when we tried doing shit like that. The idea would be how far, that's the bit, reverse engineering it. How far can a guy get in a basketball arena with a bag of Uber Eats as a hall pass or as an all access pass? Just look around like you're looking for the person carrying the food, and you should be able to get. And he would make it all the way onto the court. That if they did do that as a prank, it's fucking great. Or this guy's just so focused on delivering his shit that he just wanders onto the court. I cannot believe that. Oh, man. And then the added element of who's he delivering it to? The ref. He says, not now, not now. I got to watch it again in its entirety. I love it so much. Every bit of this.
We'll let it go into the bench, and Loyola would take over 10 minutes before we get a stoppage. And we've got an official's timeout. Somebody came on the floor on the far side.
Sounds of the game.
Looking for an Uber Eats delivery or something there. He's carrying some McDonald's.
Oh, this has to be one of the all-time greats.
I'm actually not kidding.
This is the truth.
I think that's what's happening.
This guy's in the corner.
Oh.
Was he going to deliver the McDonald's to somebody on the court? Can we rule that out?
I think that's an Uber Eats sticker. Is that what that is? I'm trying to get confirmation. Uber Eats, yes.
Maybe I'll put my hand up. I'm getting a little hungry. You can bring it over here.
So we saw the stoppage. The man was Usher. Let's see if we can see this. No, this is going to be the turnover in the
there
corner.
He is, right there in the corner. Yay.
So this guy is actually, who's he delivering it to?
The ref. The ref said later. Give it to me later, not now.
Philip Alston's done a lot. I didn't think he needed a Big Mac for sustenance in the middle of the game.
I know, but I'm not. Well, the official out there, Tim, he distanced him like I didn't say now. Later.
That's great.
That's got to be
very, very funny.
That's got to be something that the highlight shows are going to have a blast with.
Oh man, these two are great. They turned into a stand-up routine. It was like the Sklar brothers cracking people up. Not now. I said not now. Anything else I need to talk about here? Let's see. Reporters on the scene speculated that someone working at the video board had actually ordered the food, so the driver was technically in the right place. So that would mean it's not a prank. But how they got into the arena without a ticket is an open question. Eventually, the food got to its rightful destination and the game went on. Let's hope the driver got a good tip out of it. Oh, my God. Nick pragmatically adds this is a marketing stunt. The arena uses DoorDash for mobile ordering. Possible. and a lot less fun. But that's okay, because we still got, who's he delivering it to? The ref, who says not now, not now. My God, is that awesome. DoorDash for mobile ordering. This was Uber Eats, though. Maybe Nick meant to write Uber Eats. That's what he's suggesting. You see, Nick was he was dead nuts accurate. The last time I questioned him when he said that Jeremy Renner got run over by his snowcat or piston bully. All right. Okay, that is great. The open and live stream of the Eric Zane Show podcast is brought to you by the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 5-star, gold star rated. Mario and his team will do what no one else will do, and that is keep you informed, keep you updated, work extra hard for you, won't treat you like a number. Once you get the loan, service after. All very important. Some people who get a loan, it's not the absolute best loan. Like, they did all right, but because of their own personal situation, not the greatest loan. So once you get it, what happens? Well, what Mario does is he waits, encourages you, of course, to not be late on your payment, for God's sake, on time, because every time you mess that up, you're going to get a knock on your credit. Pay on time for a period of time, and then let's revisit this 15 months down the road. Your credit score has improved dramatically because of your astute payments, your prompt payments. Let's get you into a better mortgage and save you thousands. 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Can help you no matter where you are in the audience, with the exception of Alaska, Hawaii, Maine, and South Carolina. NMLS number 3505. A&E Heating and Cooling. The absolute best, most professional, least expensive. When Joe Martinez stopped working for the man and struck out on his own, he did what a lot of my sponsors did. I can do this more effectively and for a lower cost to the consumer, and I don't have to have a boss. I am the CEO. I am the one who knocks. Say my name. Joe Martinez. 616-516-8579 for A&E Heating and Cooling. Do you have any scheduled maintenance that needs to be done on the furnace or the AC? You need a tune-up, or it just broke down. I need help. 616-516-8579 for A&E Heating and Cooling. If you're going big ticket, go big or go home, and installing a new furnace or an air conditioner, by all means, get a couple of estimates from some of the other flunkies in town. Have Joe be third. He will beat them. As always, support the sponsors that support the Eric Zane Show podcast. There was a problem at the Battle Creek Arby's. Is Arby's open for breakfast? Arby's, Battle Creek. They're all closed right now. They open at 10 a.m. Might have to revisit that. Think I got to reach out to Tia over at the Battle Creek Arby's. Here's what's up. Tia was the boss, and apparently she pissed off all the workers. So When she left, she goes, all right, clean up, you motherfuckers. I'm going home. I'm going home to drink some beer and get some dick. Clean this shit up. Fuck you. She treats her workers unfairly, I guess, because they responded very, very poorly. I'm getting numerous suggestions that Daisy's vicious snoring is bleeding right into the audio. My apologies. I have nothing I can do. She rules the roost here. Hold on. Let me boost her up here. Shh, listen. One more. Corey says, increase your noise gate. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Let me see if I can get that for you. Gain. Expander gate. You probably can't hear it now. Maybe a little. But I did increase my gate. Is it different, better, worse, or about the same? That's what I need to know. He says he can't hear it now. That's wonderful. Ryan refers to you as an armchair engineer. Corey says you are louder and more clear, Eric Zane, but we can't hear the snoring. Brandis loves the snoring. She says it's worse because I can't hear it now. All right. It can be very consuming, the snoring. There's no question. It just gets in your brain. It's like, wait, what am I listening to? What is happening here? This is a very snory dog, to be sure. Okay. Where was I? Tia. No, I said Tia. It's Tria. Look what they did at the Battle Creek Arby's. Fuck you, Tria. We quit. That is sweet. A series of social. They put it on the marquee. Right on. It says Arby's all lit up drive-through service. And then when she left, they put, fuck you, Tria. We quit. Oh. Awesome. Series of social media posts were sent to News Channel 3 this past week of the Battle Creek sign at the Arby's located on West Columbia Avenue in Battle Creek. Allegedly, former Arby's employees posted, fuck you, Tria. We quit on the sign. The post has since been removed, according to an Arby's spokesperson. As of Tuesday night around midnight, the sign was replaced with open interviews, immediate hire. The Arby's sign light was not turned on at the time of the photo. Well, thanks for that. Oh, man. I have, I'm going to have to put a call in for the Patreon. Yet another reason to check out the Patreon. We'll blow in a call and try to find Tria. Tria, what's up? Hey, it's Eric Zane Show Podcast. Why does everybody hate you? What happened, Tria? Can you maybe explain that? My God. Okay. Let us reach out to... Okay, it's time to cut through the clutter with all of the information about online betting. MyBookie. That's all you need to know. MyBookie. New year, new you. When I say new you, I mean because you're going to MyBookie. Give yourself a fresh start with MyBookie. Whether you bet to earn, which some people do because they're good at it, or just to have some fun, MyBookie gives you the most for your money with their redesigned deposit bonus. Just use promo code ZANE on a deposit of $50 or more to receive a cash bonus instantly to your MyBookie account. Try it out. MyBookie. Promo code ZANE. Using this bonus is simple. Bet your deposit amount just once and you're ready to cash out. It's no strings attached with MyBookie. Promo code Zane. Bet on the NFL, UFC, play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly online blackjack tournaments. You name it, MyBookie has you covered. With so many brands to choose from, you need a platform that makes it simple to bet and win. Like MyBookie, promo code Zane. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Okay, I feel like I've made it. Because every time I turn on whatever podcast, the big famous shows are talking about HelloFresh. Well, guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I've partnered with HelloFresh. Now, I've experienced this myself, and I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Holy cow. You just pick what you want to eat. The box shows up at your house with everything you need to make an absolutely fantastic meal. How often have I talked with you about how much I love to work in the kitchen and make fantastic meals? But the problem with that is there's a little bit of extra work involved with like the research and then going to the store and then buying all the stuff. And then like life gets in the way and you never make it and everything rots in the fridge and it's all stupid and you hate your life. And then you never do it again. And then you eat like a jackass. Well, how about we forget all of that and you just open up your door, walk outside and grab a box filled with particular portions, exact sizes of what you need to make some of the best food you will ever have. And it's like you're a star because you plate the food and then you pass it off to your family. And they're like, who are you? We had no idea you had the ability to make such great food. That's because they specifically tell you the instructions for each of the fantastic meals that you can make with HelloFresh. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is great. So all this time you've been going out, you've been eating out, you've been spending a ton of cash. How about you make gourmet recipes and you do it? Maybe you do it as a process with other members of your family. It's so much fun, man. Forget about spending all that money on expensive food. Make fast, fresh, amazing recipes with HelloFresh. My gosh, you got to do this. The box shows up and then off you go. Man, I love HelloFresh. This is what I want you to do. I want you to try it out. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane21. 21 because that's what I look like. I'm 21. HelloFresh.com/Zane21 and use the code Zane21. And then you get, you guessed it, 21 free meals plus free shipping. What a deal. If you're listening to me right now and you don't try this, you're crazy. We're giving you free food. HelloFresh.com/Zane21. Use the code Zane21 and 21 free meals plus free shipping. It doesn't get more perfect than this. My gosh, I love you. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Okay? I love HelloFresh. You will too. Check it out online, HelloFresh.com/Zane21. Use code Zane21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Go do it. An absolute legend, my pal Kyle, who joins us on Thursdays at about this time. I remember when I first started calling Kyle, some of you were like, I hate this. This is terrible. And now you love it. And that makes me feel good.
Eric Zane.
Yo, hey, how are you?
I'm just chilling, dude. How you doing?
Never better. Never better. I was just discussing that when we first started talking to you, I don't know how long ago it was. It feels like at least a year.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's 2 years, maybe, dude. Maybe not so.
Well, I remember when I started it. The reason, I knew you were funny, and I knew that we would hit it off. But I remember there was a handful of people who were negative about it, and now those people they're now like your biggest fans.
Hell yeah, dude! It's the comeback story of the fucking year, dude.
You're darn right. You're darn right. So, what the hell is going on since we last spoke? What's happened in your life?
Just tons of shit, dude. Today I'm actually I'm pulling from my life events here. I'm going to a funeral today.
What?
I know, but it's one of the ones where I don't actually know anybody, including the deceased. You know what I mean? So it's just like one of those funerals you got to go to, and you're just like, ah.
So this is
sad.
So you're there in a support role.
Yeah, I'm a support player off the bench on this one.
Okay, so is this the type of thing where not only so no one there other than your wife is going to be is the only person you know?
Yeah, Blue's gonna be the only person I know, and so I'm just gonna be sitting there looking around, just going, "Hey, who the fuck are you people?" You know?
Right. Now, is this just like a visitation, or is it the actual funeral?
Yeah, it's the actual funeral. Last night was the old visitation, but we didn't go to that because we had Jameson.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, you probably can't bring a kid to those things, but we got a babysitter today.
Was it an elderly person, or was this a sudden young person?
I don't even know, dude. I think it's an older person.
Wait a minute. You don't even know who I understand you don't know them personally, but you're not even sure what has happened?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue, dude. It's this lady that Blue used to work with, but that's really the only thing I know about her. I do know that sometimes she has called Blue while severely intoxicated and has left voicemails.
Oh, no.
That's the only fucking thing I know, dude.
Holy shit. All right, well, you got to be on your best behavior there. You know, don't say anything sideways.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to say nothing, dude.
Yeah, just keep your mouth shut.
Even if people ask me what's going on, I'm going to be like, I'm going to defer to Blue on this one.
Tyler, who's enjoying the show live, writes, I can imagine Kyle walking up to the open casket and saying, quote, "Oh, yeah, that bitch is fucking dead ski."
Oh, man. No, I'm not that ballsy. I do have, what do you call it, like a somewhat skewed sense of, like, acceptable public behavior, I will say. But, I wouldn't do that. I'd be too nervous for that.
I'm the worst at funerals because a lot of times I see people who I haven't seen in a long time, and we end up like cracking up and saying a lot of funny shit. And then I realize that I'm like losing my mind laughing and everybody's weeping around me. It's horrible.
Dude, funerals are like, now that I think about it, like one of the weirdest, I don't even know if you'd call it a social engagement, but it's one of the weird, it's like a power struggle event, you know what I mean? Because like you walk in and there's sad people, but like you said, there's also people who are catching up with people. So you have to like, maybe this is just me, but whenever I'm at a funeral, I'm like gauging the room to figure out, all right, are we collectively sad right now, or are we moving towards everybody starts cracking jokes, segment of the day? Because it always happens, but you just never know when it's going to happen.
I think they should be illegal. I think they're way overrated. Just burn the body and then that's it. Take care of it. Go visit on your own. I don't know. And decimate that whole industry. It's a huge ripoff.
Oh, dude, Eric Zane, dude, you're speaking my fucking language, dude. We agree on this. My personal philosophy is that, this transcends the capitalism of the funeral industry. But in my general life, I'm like, I don't understand why. I do understand it, but it's not my style that like when people die, like you should feel sad. I feel like you should be pumped for them because I guess it depends on your religious beliefs or whatever, but or spiritual beliefs. But I'm like, something after this is going to happen, probably, hopefully, maybe. And it's like, you should be excited for that person to get out of fucking earth and this shitty life that we got going on here.
Yeah.
And you should be pumped for them to figure out what the fuck's going on after this.
I'm massively appreciative when the dude or the chick who died has said to the family members, when I die, no funeral. I'm always like, yes, there's a special spot in my heart for that dead fucker.
I know, dude. And that's exactly how fucking my dad also says he wants this. He's like, I want a fucking party, dude. And I'm like, yeah, but like there's going to be some people who aren't going to get it or like are stuck in a certain mindset. So I feel like you can't get like
right
two lit skis of a party, but like you could, make it a different event for sure. But I almost think that could be like a good business idea, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's, how you have like your funeral homes and like it's all like, you go through the process and it's like very like set up, like it's very like what it's gonna be like. But imagine having a company where it's like, I guess it's like a funeral home too, but it's not called that. But like it's parties. Like,
yes,
it's like
yes.
High energy.
You work everything into it. You work you have like everybody gets a paintball gun and shoots the dead guy with it. It's fucking crazy. Everybody's getting hammered. There's group sex. I mean, it's
that'd be sick, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. A real fucking rager.
I was saying it'd be funny too, like, except for if the guy died by getting shot, then you gotta like ask the person. You're like, all right, do you want the paintball guns or not? Because I can see how this might be
right.
Tricky, you know what I mean?
Then afterwards, you just throw the guy in a parking lot, light him on fire, and then that's it. Just fucking that's it. No more. Yes.
I've long said, and this is since I was in like 6th or 7th grade, that when I die, no fume, but light my ass on fire, get the ashes. And then I want to like put the ashes on my guitar, and then like laminate the guitar, or like put some sort of like epoxy or whatever shit over the guitar. So it'll be my guitar, but my fucking ashes are like in it.
Absolutely, we are all on the same page. The audience is clamoring for comments. Chris writes, "Perfect container to torch a corpse at home, a blue dumpster."
Hell yeah.
Yep. All right. So the business idea would be a funeral party location. We don't have a name yet for it, but that's a verbal trademark on that idea.
Yeah, verbal. Yeah, fuck the USPTO. We gotta figure this thing. I know. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna dedicate probably too much of my life to thinking of a sweet ass name for this business. And I'll fucking let you know, dude.
I'm excited about that. Okay, so, and Blue, is she with you right now?
No, it's at like, I don't know what time it's at. It's this afternoon. It's at some point this afternoon.
Oh, okay, so you're
I got to confirm that,
okay.
But it's not now.
You're actually in the field working, then back half of the day, few and ski.
Yeah. Hit the old work skis and then hit the few and skis, for sure.
There's 2 football games this weekend. Kansas City hosting Cincinnati. Who's going to win that one?
Oh, fuck, dude. You know what? Cincinnati kind of fucked the Bills up. Now, the Bills were a little hot and cold this season and not like truly dominant. But yeah, the Bengals fucking got them, dude. So
yeah.
That'll be. Hold on. Wasn't that the fucking AFC Championship game last year?
Well, yeah. Last year, Kansas City and Cincy played in the AFC Championship game. Yes.
Yeah, that's where we're at, right? We're at the AFC Championship game.
Correct.
Yeah, dude. That's obviously Cincinnati won last year. I don't know, dude. I'm 50-50 on it. Let's.
All right. Well,
maybe we'll get one of those classic games where fucking Patrick Mahomes throws like 6 TDs and it's like 55-49 or something. How
about the fact that Cincinnati in Buffalo doesn't give a shit about the guy dying on the football field?
Yeah, that's right. That was a replay of that game, huh?
Oh, yeah. He's like, fuck you. We don't care that you died. We're going to beat the shit out of you. That was incredible.
Eric Zane, let me ask you this fucking question, dude. Have you heard about the conspiracy theories about that guy?
Oh, absolutely. He's already dead.
Yeah, I know. It's wild, too, because, like, you hear it, you're like, all right, whatever. But then, like, you see the video footage, and you're like, man, they ain't showing that fucking guy. What's going on here?
Oh, my God. Yeah, we talked about it. Right, I talked about it quite a bit yesterday, and it's ridiculous. It's just so stupid, but my God. Okay, and then the other one is the fucking Eagles hosting San Francisco, and San Francisco has that quarterback who looks like he's 5 years old. He's a rookie, taking on the Eagles in Philly. Who's winning that one?
Oh man, you know what? I'm a big fan of like whatever, I don't even know what you call him. Like, so he's like he was Mr. Irrelevant.
He's an underdog. Yeah,
like
he's an underdog.
Free agent.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that great?
I'm a big fan of those like underdog. That's what I meant, underdogs. I'm a big fan of like underdogs fucking coming in and dominating. So I kind of want the 49ers to win.
Right.
Plus the fucking Eagles beat the Lions this year, so fuck the Eagles.
Okay.
But yeah, right now I'm deciding I want the 49ers to win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want the 49ers to win that, okay? But there's no way they're going to do that. I don't think so.
The Eagles are a lot. But the 49ers have a fucking sick-ass defense, though.
Yeah, they sure do. They absolutely do.
I also want the 49ers to win because fucking if Brock Purdy wins it and then like goes on to have like a relatively storied career, then maybe, just maybe, we can fucking finally stop hearing about Tom Brady, how he was drafted in the 6th round at like 199 or whatever, and we can fucking start hearing about Brock Purdy drafted 200 and whatever it was.
One more thing for you. Speaking of Tom Brady, Pro Football Talk posted an article about it would be intriguing if Tom Brady went to the Detroit Lions. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I don't want it. I think Tom Brady is good. I mean, although this season nothing really good happened for them, but I mean he's good or whatever. But I think we've learned since he got to the Bucs that a lot of the ingenuity was the fucking Patriots offensive system. So, I think Jared Goff played good enough that like we don't gotta fucking bring in Tom Brady.
No.
And he's gonna fucking have to learn the offensive system, and then immediately if he doesn't win a game or he's like relatively shitty, then the whole fan base is gonna turn.
It is. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to fuck that up. So Tom Brady can fuck off. And if anybody wants Tom Brady to come here, they can suck my dick.
Yeah, I mentioned this before that I generally hate like the most popular sports stars. So I've hated Tom Brady for a long time. So fuck him, dude.
All right. Have a great day. Be safe on the roads. It's a little snowy. Are you driving right now?
Yeah, I'm driving in my personal truck. But yeah, there's some snow out there, but the roads are pretty all right, dude.
Okay. You're the best. Take care of yourself, okay?
All right, love you guys.
All right, buddy. See ya. Kyle from Dumpster Divers. He's a good man. Love talking to him. Maybe if they went ahead and said, all right, Tom Brady, open competition for the starting job. And let's say Jared Goff wins it. Then you've got Tom Brady as a backup, right? That still is terrible. I don't want them spending very valuable salary cap money on a 45-year-old guy who's in the middle of a crisis personally. No, he would expect to be, Corey is right. He never would lower himself to that. He would never be a backup. Come on now. He still thinks he's great, but there were some real issues this year. And I don't know enough about football to, maybe it was the supporting cast. I don't know. I was talking about this with Bill yesterday. I'm just tickled with the current setup of the Lions. What they did, that strong finish where they have, in the first 2 rounds, 4 draft picks, 2 in the first round, 6th overall. Free agency, they have plenty of extra money to draw free agents to their team. They even have players that they can give up and get important pieces back. They're loaded at the receiving position. They have 2 strong tight ends, and this was after they got rid of Hawkinson. So I'm stoked about that. Not to mention the progress they made on the defensive back half of the year. And those guys were playing very well. Jesus. Okay. Corey says, poop, we can hear the dogs again. She must have moved. Hang on, I can fix that. How's that? Oh, that's perfect. You can't hear anything. It's quiet. I love this. Armchair engineers, my new favorite thing. Chris says, you must have headphones on. I can't hear the snoring in my earbuds. Maybe you do, Corey. I keep mine very loud. Maybe Corey keeps his loud as well. All right. I want to get into something that is going on right now with people who are losing weight with a diabetes medication called Ozempic. Now, Ben, I think, is going to start taking Ozempic. It is a terrific medicine for people who are diabetic. And I think you get a shot like once a week or maybe once a month. And it lowers your blood sugar. The side effect is you lose weight, like a lot. Okay? And now, but because of it, it is creating a side effect called Ozempic face. And it's making people look like fuck. You give yourself a shot once a week of Ozempic. Keeps your blood sugar in line, and you lose weight, and then your face ages. You look like a big bag of shit. Now, this takes me back. This all makes sense to a moment in time when I was in the Smoky Mountains. Diana and I would go to this restaurant where this lady would sing, and her name was, God, what the fuck was her name? Niecy. And you go in, and every year we see Niecy playing piano and singing, and she's awesome. It's just like a piano lounge type of thing, but just her. It isn't like dueling. And she gets up and glad hands and goes see some people at the table. So like, Niecy, how are you? Good to see you. Give her a tip. You know, it's awesome. And in the conversation, now Niecy's big. I mean, she is a very, very big. Like the type of big that you go, oh, fuck. That type of big. And this amazingly beautiful personality. It's just incredible. She gets in front of you and you're like, Niecy, it's so good to see you. Oh, my God. And then she's talking about she has a birthday coming up. And she announced, she goes, I'm going to be 66 years old. And we're like, what? Oh, my God, Niecy. And she, I mean, I would have thought she was like 42, 43. Corey says like massive mocha big. Yes, that big. And I go, my God, Niecy. And she goes, it's the fat. I went, oh. She goes, seriously, the fat smooths out. My face is so fat, it eliminates all of the wrinkles in my face. And she's right. But I'm like, fuck. Why did you have to say that? This is terribly awkward. It's the fat. What? Shit. But that's what's happening. These people that are big, all this weight drops off, and then their face, all the filler, it collapses on their face, and they look gaunt and POW-ish. Some are reporting the drugs cause an aged appearance, Ozempic face, which is just a ridiculous term. One of these people is Jennifer Berger, who told the New York Times that she used the medicine to lose weight following a pregnancy. When taken at higher doses, has been proven to be highly effective for weight loss. Explained that although you're using the drug taken weekly by injection in the thigh, stomach, or arms allowed her to lose 20 pounds, she loved her results. The 41-year-old said her face started to look very, very gaunt. So basically, you become a butter face. All right? Body good, butter face is a mess. That's what's happening. I remember looking in the mirror, and it was almost like I didn't even recognize myself. She's told the New York Times, my body looked great, but my face looks exhausted and old. That's a butterface. One doc explained it's common for weight loss to deflate key areas of the face, which can result in a person looking more aged. This doc says when it comes to facial aging, fat is typically more friend than foe. Nisi, she was right. It's the fat. Weight loss may turn back your biological age, but it tends to turn your facial clock forward. So, in my opinion, this is a huge mistake.
This week's Cringe of the Week is a little bit...
Oops, sorry. Just hit the button. I'm not supposed to. All of a sudden we hear Carl from who are these podcasts.
This week's Cringe of the Week is a little bit longer, but it came in from multiple people. Multiple people are sending this to me. In fact, even some notable people from the show.
Now I want to hear it.
Oh.
A note for the listeners. This was deemed the best article to talk about.
Yeah, I thought
best.
this was the worst.
The
article.
best. So it's only downhill from here.
That's not true, because the next article is really good.
You have
talk
to,
about having some fucking optimism, Dave.
You have to explain who decided that was the best article. I had no.
All right, you know what? You can all go fuck yourself. This is the last fucking rubbernecker, and I'm dead fucking serious.
What are you talking
laugh it
about?
up, funny fucking boy. Laugh it up. I've had enough of your fucking donut jokes and enough of your other fucking shit. One guy doesn't show up. It's a big fucking thing. We got a prayer, right? Donut. Fat. Meanwhile, you're over there sucking on a fucking cigarette, and everything. I try to do nothing. You motherfucker don't do a fucking thing. You sit there on your ass. You make a couple things up, and then all of a sudden that's it. Nobody does nothing. We sit in here. We look like jerk-offs every fucking week. I try to make it a better show. And you know what? This isn't even fun anymore, and I'm fucking done with it. Rubberneckers is over. You can do whatever the fuck you want with the rest of you fucking guys. I don't care. But I've had enough of this fucking shit. Fuck is all. Do something fucking better if you can. You can't. Run the show. He's sitting there. Well, this is first fucking topic's the worst fucking topic. And so you already are setting this up. What do you think? I'm a fucking moron?
Wow.
I know what the fuck you're doing. You think this is the first fucking time I've ever done something like this? You fucking assholes. Go fuck yourselves. Every fucking last one of you.
Wow.
I've had it. I came in here, I was going to try to go through this thing, but if you're just going to sit here and try to make me the asshole out of this fucking show, go fuck yourselves. All of yous.
I can't, what in the world? That is an intense amount of rage while doing a show that, like, at best, 6 or 7 people are listening. I can't imagine being that affected by something, knowing the payoff is some folks are hearing it. It's not like he's got skin in the game or his livelihood is in jeopardy. That's a psychopath right there. To lose the shit over something like that when there's nothing at stake is remarkable. Some of my audience still listens to whatever they put out. And Aram says this was when that show had their best cast. I guess there's been changes. Aram also adds Jamingo chased the talented cast away. Except for Jody. Wow. Is that right? And Maureen is a fan of John's other show called The Boomer Bunker. She is she loves it. And I don't know, Maureen must be a real sweetheart because John has said terrible things about our very own sweet Maureen, and all she's done was pay attention once in a while. That's it. I don't understand why anybody would take a run at Maureen. She's one of the nicest people on the planet. I don't get it. Aram says the bunker dwellers are going to sneak this audio back to Jamingo. Oh, without a doubt. But there's nothing really inflammatory I'm saying. I'm just reading your words. Aram says the Boomer Bunker is back. I thought the Zaniacs killed that show. They did. They did kill that show. It was horrible. But I think he brought it back. Maureen says that John has been very mean, but he did apologize. Well, that's nice. Interesting. Wow, they're back. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what goes on. I'm going to check it out, man. I can't wait to hear what's going on. I might be too busy. I'll just have to rely on you guys to pass information along to me. Actually, I don't even care. All right, back to this. Ozempic face. Dermatologists coined the term Ozempic face to describe the side effect, noting that it's typically people in their 40s or 50s who are concerned about the sagging that occurs as a result of the weight loss in their face. I see it every day in my office, he said. A 50-year-old patient will come in and suddenly she's super skinny and needs filler. So they're like, oh, my God, I can't do it. I got to have my face fixed. So, doc, fill my face full of fake shit. That's the plan, which you know is going to be fucked up. I mean, when Mother Nature takes care of you, it tends to work out. But now you've lost all the weight. You've taken Mother Nature out of the process. So now you look like a big bag of fucking bones. You look like Crypt Keeper, or Skeletor. And you're like, oh my God. And then you're going to rely on the doc to do it, and he's going to fuck it up. And you're going to look like fucking Mickey Rourke or Kenny Rogers, and you're going to look like shit. I think what you need to do, and I'm not even making it up, there is a device you can buy where you exercise your jaw. You put this stupid bite thing in your mouth, and you kind of bite on it, and it provides tension and resistance to the facial muscles. And those muscles in your face, they get bigger and fill in those holes. That's what you need to do. It's like working out for your face. Then those spots will fill in. Now, I'm not a doctor, nor do I pretend to be, but it makes sense, as that's what you should do. I do not go to the doctor and have him fill your fucking face full of shit. I would rather have sex with Skeletor wife than Mickey Rourke wife. A 50-year-old patient will come in and suddenly she's super skinny and needs filler, which she never needed before. I look at her and say, how long have you been on Ozempic? And I'm right 100% of the time. It's the drug of choice these days for the 1%. What does that mean? The rich. To restore volume in patient's face, doctors will often perform non-invasive but expensive procedures such as injecting radius and hyaluronic acid-based fillers or Sculptra injections. How is that non-invasive? I guess you just, would they consider it non-invasive if they just jam your fucking face with a needle and put that shit in there? Like, you know how like when you put the foam insulation into the walls of your home, that's what they're doing. Or maybe you're lifting one of the portion of your sidewalk up. They drill a hole in it, put the thing in, the sidewalk raises up. That's what they're doing. Sculptra injections, which stimulates collagen production. Doctors can also restore volume with a facelift or by transferring fat from other parts of the body. In addition, doctors are criticizing this because they're using the diabetes drugs for weight loss. People who need these drugs can't get them. So it's a trend on TikTok. Not only can they can't get them, but they talk about how the 1% are just, no way, doc, give them to me. And then they pay for them. It costs $1,300, $1,200 to $1,300, and they can afford it. So they're using it all, and then the docs give prescribed medication covered by insurance to diabetics, and it's very effective in helping them navigate the critical period of lowering their blood sugar. And they go to the pharmacist, they go, we can't. Some rich fuck just came in here and bought all this shit. Money's no object to them. Sorry. My God. So again, the rich people ruin everything. Let's see. Elon Musk tweeted earlier this month that he uses this for a recent slim down. Bravo's Andy Cohen tweeted about the growing popularity of the drugs for weight loss. And those drugs are on shortage right now. The Hollywood trend is concerning. We're not talking about stars who need to lose 10 pounds. We're talking about people who are dying of obesity. They're going to die of obesity. It's also used prescription-based, covered by insurance for people who suffer from obesity. And then it talks about the systemic issue. The drugs are so expensive, $1,200 to $1,300 a month. If you're watching the show on Twitch, our very dear friend Amanda informed you all of this minutes ago. Because, as you know, Amanda is the reason why we're here. We all want to get our show info from Amanda. That's it. If I don't say it quick enough, she's going to give us those details. It's the Amanda Show. Don't ever forget that. I need to get where Freebeer's face is here and put Amanda's face there. Show of hands. How many of you are really not here for me and would rather just Amanda do it? Can we get a show of hands? I'm kidding. Maureen indicates to me that the multi-talented Kate in New Jersey and the multi-talented spokesperson for Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, Lisa Krantz, took a shot at your old pal Eric Zane on the Boomer Bunker yesterday. That's okay. I don't mind. Absolutely, they can do that. I want them to. I want them to keep doing that. All right. The medication can also cause a number of side effects, including headaches, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, pancreatitis, and kidney failure. Boy, I don't think it's worth it. My God. All right. So that's what's up with Ozempic face. Ladies and gentlemen, if you or someone you know has a business that they would like to promote, and maybe they would sound good in a marketing plan from your old pal Eric Zane, reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I'll tell you how it works. Thank you to all of you who've been reaching out to the Gins. Troy Ginzer, Tag Accounting. All right, this is my tax advice for you this year. Don't do them. Now, I don't mean don't file your return. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. First of all, you're going to screw it up with changing tax laws every year. You can't possibly expect to have the knowledge to pull this off. That would be like me trying to replace the motor in my car. Like if I took the vehicle to Irvine's and then Megan says, yeah, the embellisher needs a brand new motor. Well, I'm going to come get it and tow it home and do it myself because I saw a YouTube video. That's about the level of ridiculousness it is to do your own taxes. Pay the $100 or so. I can't say for sure what the cost is for yours because each return is different, but in the ballpark of, all right? Have Troy do your personal taxes or your business taxes, I guess. Hell, he runs my payroll. 616-301-9516, anywhere in America. Are you hearing me? 616-301-9516, anywhere in America. Tag Accounting. You can find him online. Just go to tagcpa.net. I think I said .com yesterday. Yeah, I believe that we have a hands-in website. Tagcpa.net. Welcome to Tag Accounting and Tax Services. These are all stock, look at hands in. That's what I'm talking about. If you have the hands in, you know they're legit. 616-301-9516. Thank you, Tag Accounting. Maureen says, I have to do my own. I used to be an income tax auditor for the state of Michigan in my younger days. No, you don't have to do your own. Come on. More on the drama with Kate and Lisa. Aram writes, what did the Duchess do to Eric? Please don't call her that. Was it the comment on the messenger stating that he needs the Zaniacs? Wait, are you still part of that, Aram? Come on. And she said that? Please confirm or deny. I need to know. Maureen says, Aram, she made a crack in the chat last night. What comment on Messenger are you referring to? Aram says it was the one back in the day when he stopped reading comments and they were saying he needs them to subscribe and donate to his charities. Oh, okay. That was a Facebook message from last year. Oh, whatever. That's cool. I don't care. I thought you were still in like a group or something. And by the way, I shouldn't even be asking for this information, but the curiosity got the best of me. I'm better off not knowing. So I take back what I said. Don't even tell me. I don't want to know. All right. Aram asked, why then do you dislike her? Oh, that's a long history. That's a long history we have. Long history. It goes way back. One that I don't even care to actually discuss. But no, I know I don't like those people. We will not return as friends anytime soon. Florida Man 814 writes something terrible that I can't even read it. I can't even say that. That's a horrible thing to say. I won't even go that far. Enough time has passed that I'm not even mad. My God. Okay. I love my friends at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Irvines.com. E-R-Vines. E-R-V-I-N-E-S. An amazing place to get your vehicles repaired. I swear to God. We take all of our cars there, and the things that they've done to help us out, the quality of the fix that takes place, the attention to detail, the suggestions of, hey, you should really take care of this going forward. You should plan on getting this taken care of. They give you proof of the upcoming problems that you will have with your car if you don't get them repaired. Taking pictures of brake pads, taking pictures of the color of the transmission fluid, and including it in an email that shows you these things are pressing. These can wait. This one is down the road. I love that about them. That keeps me from having a vehicle that strands me. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Reach out to them. Say hello. 616-532-6600. Home of the #1 coffee and hot cocoa machine in all of the land when you go there. That alone is reason enough to walk into the place. And then you're greeted by one of several possible smiling faces who will do nothing but make you happy. Their service to the customer is paramount and second to none. Ask about their loaner cars so that when you take your car to get fixed, you have a vehicle to get to and from work. 616-532-6600. All right. Moving on. Do you remember the story not long ago about the teacher who in the classroom, the 6-year-old pulls out a gun and aims it at her, and she puts up her hand, and the bullet, the kid fires. The 6-year-old fires. The bullet goes into the teacher's hand, comes out the other side, hits her in the chest. She's recovering. She will survive. The bullet is still in her chest. She has a long road to recovery. But my God, that's just the physical trouble. The mental trauma is just horrible. The teacher then whisked all the other students out in a heroic effort while the kid had the gun, and they ended up getting the gun from the kid. And the questions, how did the kid get the gun? How did this happen? And that's all we know. Until just yesterday, a lawsuit is being filed by a lawyer for the victim, this teacher. And what she's revealed is that there was a litany of mistakes made. Okay? Litany of mistakes made in the school. This is similar to what happened at Oxford High School in Michigan last year, when a comedy of errors took place that made that one possible. This one just as bad, because the kid on the playground was bragging that he had a gun and he was going to shoot the teacher. Audio check, video check. Here we go.
This tragedy was entirely preventable if the school administrators responsible for school safety had done their part and taken action.
The lawyer for Abigail Zwerner, the first grade teacher shot by a 6-year-old student, announcing she intends to sue the Newport News School District.
They failed to act, and Abby was shot.
She laid out a timeline of the day of the shooting, saying late morning Zwerner went to school administrators to report that the boy had threatened to beat up another student. But she said nothing was done. About 12:30, she said a second teacher, concerned the child had a gun, searched his backpack, and finding nothing, warned an administrator she believed the boy put the gun in his pocket. Then after 1 p.m., a third teacher warned of a student saying the boy in question showed him the gun at recess and threatened to shoot him if he told anyone.
Did administrators call the police? No. Did administrators lock down the school? No. Did the administrators evacuate the building? No. When a fourth employee who heard about the danger asked the administrator for permission to search the boy, he was denied.
The school district, citing an ongoing investigation, declined to comment today on the statements from Zwerner's attorney, but confirmed the assistant principal at Rich Neck Elementary School has resigned. Earlier this month, Superintendent George Parker acknowledged school officials were warned.
At least one administrator was notified of a possible weapon in the timeline that we're reviewing.
And tonight, Parker is out of a job. At a special school board meeting, officials voted to remove him and appoint an interim superintendent. Meanwhile, students are scheduled to return to classes on Monday.
Andy Meisher's new reporting about actions the teacher took before she was shot.
NBC News has learned from a source close to the situation that Zwerner texted a loved one just about an hour before she was shot, saying that the student had said he had a gun in his backpack and that school officials weren't helping. The source said that the text, quote, showed her frustration.
That's remarkable that all of that happened. And in my opinion, if all of that happened, and I don't doubt it, what is that worth? With all of that, all of those missteps. Ryan says, I thought the attorney was very attractive. And that's one of the things I was commenting on with how fucking hot she was. The millions of dollars that you can earn. I mean, if she survives that and everything's fine, I mean, how much is that worth to you? I would say I'm suing for a minimum of $100 million after that. All right. Jeremy Renner is being hailed a hero now. And it's a little strange, I think. On the Today Show today, they were like, oh my God, new information has revealed that Jeremy Renner is a hero. And I was like, well, what? And they said, well, he was in the Snowcat. He got out of the Snowcat. The parking brake wasn't on, and it started to roll. In the path of in the path of the Snowcat, Jeremy Renner's nephew. Jeremy rushed back to the Snowcat in an attempt to stop it from crushing his nephew. In the process, he wound up underneath the tread and was crushed by the 14,000-pound Snowcat. The nephew tended to his wounds. You know why the nephew was able to tend to his wounds? Because he got out of the fucking way on his own. They make it sound like he's won and was like an infant crawling, going goo goo gaga, oh goo goo gaga, and then oh God, I sure hope my Uncle Jeremy's gonna save me because I'm a stupid fucking baby. No. Fuckface is in the thing. He was trying to get the nephew's car out from being stuck, and he goes, hey, yeah, look how rich I am. I've got this $1 million snowplow. Okay, Uncle Jeremy. He forgets to put the parking brake on. It starts to roll. He runs up there to put it on and gets nearly killed. Then, while recovering, he realizes he's getting a ton of social media support. So he fabricates a lie that he ran back into the thing to save his 20-year-old nephew. Or however the fuck old he is. He's young adult. Was he like, oh, I'm frozen in fear. I can't move from this thing going 1 mile an hour about to crush me to death. Please help me, Uncle Jeremy. I'm not buying that for a second. But the Today Show today, they were just laying it on so thick with the heroic action of Jeremy Renner. Saves his nephew. Everybody's buying the shit. Let's see. According to CNN, which received the report through a public records request, New details. Started sliding toward the nephew, causing Renner to exit the vehicle without setting the emergency brake. The report further states, although the piston bully had some mechanical issues, it is believed that on our mechanical inspection that the parking brake would keep the piston bully from moving forward. So he fucked up. When Renner attempted to stop or divert the piston bully to avoid the injury to his nephew, he was pulled under the vehicle by the track and run over. So I wonder if when it was, did he try to get back in or did he try to like stop it like Superman stopping a tank? After the piston bully rolled over him, continued down the road, Renner lay on the ground and focused on his breathing while his nephew and others rendered aid to him until medical personnel arrived on scene. Yeah, at no point did he do it to save a life. He did it because he fucked up. I'd do it too. Mechanical inspection done on the piston bully, which is a snowcat, leading to the discovery that the brake indicator light inside the vehicle's cab was not working. So mechanical issues may have been a factor in this accident. Renner previously stated that he was using the snowplow to get the nephew's truck out of the driveway after it got stuck in the snow. In a quote that I wouldn't have used these words, Renner's sister Kim said in a statement that 52-year-old Jeremy Renner is, quote, crushing all the progress goals. We couldn't feel more positive about the road ahead. Considering he got crushed in the road, I would have said, wait a minute, I just fucked up. Don't use that quote. Jeremy's making remarkable progress. He's meeting all of his progress goals. Take out where I said crushing. You know, because he got crushed. Jesus. Some stupid jokes. Chris really laying it on with if only he had a bow and arrow. Then Chris adds he could have shot the emergency brake with an arrow. A for effort. Tyler says, I like to imagine it looked like that scene from Austin Powers where the dude gets slowly run over by the steamroller. Ryan says, I read that he jumped up on the tracks. Wouldn't surprise me. Fucking crazy. The guy's so rich. He buys something that all of us combined could not buy, and it nearly kills him. Jesus. All right. Still feel bad about fucking up that story. Fuck. Because I had some good jokes in there, too. Fucking shit. I'm anxious to find out how that's going to sound on the audio. Hire me on Cameo. It's dirt cheap. $15.99, and they're great. I love doing cameos, and it's been months since I did one. Birthday wishes. Work or a personal achievement, whatever it may be. Maybe you've got an anniversary coming up. I can make it as special or as nasty as you want it to be. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Hello to the Kent County Health Department. Because of them, they're making food more affordable. Well, in a lot of cases, it's free. Kent County Health Department, if you qualify, you can have a WIC card taking care of things like meat, milk, formula, bread, eggs. You know, eggs, the latest price, $77 for a half dozen eggs. With the WIC program, you get that free. Now, this isn't like, a handout. There's some hoops that you have to go through to show that you qualify and are actually struggling. But the threshold is at a point where once you hear it, you're like, oh, my God, I can utilize this as long as it takes until our financial situation turns around. My God, you pay for this type of support in your paycheck every day or every week. If you do wind up having to need it, use it. Kent County Health Department has all the details you need. AccessKent.com/health. AccessKent.com/health. Batting last in the order, my friends at Blue Frost IT. Oh, my God. Love them so much. Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for this podcast. Definitely not a radio show. I guess I got radio on the brain today. Online at bluefrostit.com, 616-200-8550. Any type of quick fix for your small or medium-sized business, they can help you out. If you want to upgrade the tech in your business, don't make the mistake of just going and buying new stuff off the shelf at Best Buy. You'll probably buy too much, too little, or not the right stuff. Buy the right stuff the first time by sitting down for a 30-minute complimentary consultation about what your business needs are and what you use tech for. Could be animation, could be audio, whatever, video. 616-200-8550. Blue Frost IT. More fucking Hawkeye jokes. Ryan writes, bunch of bullshit that Hawkeye killed the Black Widow. Too bad she didn't have access to a slow-moving machine. Oh, fuck you. Spoiler alert. Ladies and gentlemen, the asshole of the day must be awarded. Yesterday, it was people who speak at county commission meetings. Today is easy. It's me for technical malfeasance. The asshole of the day brought to you by TC Paintball. Fuck. Thank you for being part of this show. Thank you for Amanda for hosting it.
Your name's not Buttfucker 3000.
I will talk to you on the Patreon. Thank you so much, folks. Bye-bye.